And where's it written that we have to be proud of our children regardless of what they do?
Oh, God.
My son is 17 years old. When he was younger, I bought him a Discman. We'll just say it was like 10 years ago, so it doesn't make me seem like a cheap ass, but it was actually like 2 years ago from Goodwill. And I don't know what was playing in there, but somewhere between here and his ears and coming out of his mouth, something got lost in translation. Because what I heard coming from the back seat was, ain't no lie, bye, bye, bye. Oh, it was the Backstreet Boys. But they all had the flu that day. My oldest boy's 19. When he was younger, he was at his grandmother's house. And he came back and he's like, Dad, I got a stomach ache. So me being the concerned father that I am, I'm like, what's wrong? Did you eat anything bad? He's like, I had a chicken salad in a can. I was like, ooh, that's your first mistake. It was expired. Oh no. Expired the 1st. Oof. Of December. Oh. 2003. John, you're 18 years old. My daughter's 14.
Oh, God.
And she got ripped in her pants and she wanted to be like Grandma. She wanted to sew them herself. So I grabbed Grandma's surgical / sewing kit and sent her on her way. About 45 minutes, I hear, ouch. So me being the concerned parent that I am, of course, you guys already know that, I go and check on her. She's sewing her pants while they're on. And that's not the worst part. She sewed her pants to her underpants. True story. I could not make that up. And then I'm proud of the weird things. My 17-year-old son is a male cheerleader.
Woo.
I'll take that.
He's my hero. He's at the bottom of the pyramid. I couldn't get that lucky when I was in high school. My 19-year-old son is going back to college. He's going to start his own business. It's going to be a tow truck company. He's decided he's going to name it Camel. Camel towing? I didn't get it the first time either. And my daughter can rattle a wine rack from 10 feet away by lifting her leg. She's just like her mama. She just turned 14 not too long ago. She just, I don't know, raising a daughter. She woke up one day with her period, boobs, and talking about a boyfriend. And I decided at that point, I am going to inevitably go to fucking prison. I just can't do it. She had a sleepover for her birthday. And of course, she pre-warns her friends. My dad has IBS. They don't know what the hell IBS is. So she's like, well, he toots a lot. Besides the immediate embarrassment, I haven't tooted for 39 years. The ferocity that comes out of my ass is not a toot. And women don't toot either. I've been married long enough to know that. I'm sorry, I gotta drink. For the first year of my marriage actually got better after my wife farted in front of me. For the first year we were married, she walked like this. And then we got in this big argument and I said, honey, just let it go. And she let it go. So if you have a significant other and she's walking around pissy, she got an angry butt looking for a toilet to yell at. And I know there are inappropriate times. I have IBS. I can't control myself. I really can't. But there are inappropriate times that I have chosen to do that. Like at my wedding. While this mouth was saying one set of vowels, That was saying another set of vowels. If she would have paid attention, when my daughter was born, the doctor's saying, push, push, to my wife, and then she turns around, looks at me and says, not you. And my dad gave me a piece of advice. He said, don't trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die. And and never fart in church. I have IBS, ladies and gentlemen. I've never been in a church and not farted. But the worst time, and I kind of feel like Chunk from Goonies when I tell this story about how he talks about throwing up in the movie theater, because I was dealing with my own truffle shuffle at that point. I was sitting in church, and the gospel was singing, and I don't go to church a lot. I don't know the words, so I just kind of go, Lord, Lord, Lord. And, you know, mouthing everything. So, I mean, I'm religious, but you're not that religious. So then everybody sits down, and I'm like, all of a sudden my stomach goes, brrr. I'm like, shit. I'm like, I gotta get rid of this. And he's like, let's bow our heads to pray. And I'm looking around, I got an old purple-haired lady right here. And I'm like, maybe she might not hear it, but I don't think her nose is broken. And I got a little smart-ass third grader right here that reminded me of Eric Cartman from South Park. And I know he's got a tap. And I couldn't hold it any longer. It started low. And then I tried to tighten up. And then I got a cramp. And it spasmed. And then I had to just let it go. So in real time, it was this. Everybody turns and looks, and little Eric Cartman goes, oh man, that was sweet. And the pastor looks at me, and all I could think is, it was the pew. That's my time, guys.